If you're thinking about moving to Wichita, Kansas, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you will hate it here. Welcome back to my channel where I teach you everything you need to know about moving to Wichita. Stay tuned for my 5 reasons why you are not going to like living here. And you're not going to believe what the number 1 reason is. Reason number 5 that you're not going to like living in Wichita is that you like a crowded and busy airport. You're going to find when you take a drive to the Wichita airport that it's within a short driving distance and easy access to get to. Once you arrive at the airport, you're going to see that it's easy to get dropped off, find your gate, get checked in, and you're not going to wait hours and hours to go through security to get to your flight. So if you like hour-long drives and spending lots of hours in the airport, this isn't going to be the place for you. The number 4 reason that you're going to hate living in Wichita is that you don't like friendly people who have a sense of community. When you go out and about in Wichita, you're likely to see someone you know. And even if you don't know them, usually everyone you meet is quite friendly. Wichita is a town of community, and there's usually something to do within the community just about every week of the year. So if you really don't like friendly people and you don't like to get out and enjoy a town, you aren't going to like Wichita. The number 3 reason you're going to dislike living in Wichita is that you hate wind and thunderstorms. Yes, Wichita, Kansas is a town of 4 seasons. We do have a winter, a spring, a summer, and a fall. And during the summer months, we do get some thunderstorms. Usually it's just a soft rain that comes down, accompanied by a little bit of thunder. So we do actually get quite a bit of wind here, but that is countered by some beautiful, nice, non-windy days. So if you really don't like wind in your hair, and you don't like to have to redo your hair sometimes, you may not like living here for that reason. But probably that's not a big enough reason to keep you from Wichita. And along with thunderstorms, one of the biggest fears that people have when moving to Kansas is the tornadoes. Have you seen The Wizard of Oz? Yes, that comes from Kansas. Well, here in Wichita, we really don't get very many tornadoes, and most houses have a basement or a storm shelter, so you're going to be pretty safe. But yes, we do have a few tornado scares, but generally they just go right on past us. The number 2 reason that you may not want to live in Wichita is that you would rather have an extremely overpriced home without very much square footage. Folks that move here, especially from the West Coast or East Coast, are pleasantly surprised that our homes are quite affordable. I once had a friend who had been living in New York in a 1-bedroom apartment with 1 bath, and he said that my entire 5-bedroom house with gigantic yard and swimming pool cost less than it would to buy his 1-bedroom apartment in New York. Now, property taxes for these affordable homes are a little higher than other areas in the country, but the affordability of the homes makes it worth it. So if you really would rather just buy a house that's way overpriced and has hardly any room for your family, then you probably won't like living in Wichita. Homes in Wichita also have lots of big backyards and wide open spaces. You're not going to feel like you're in a crowded city with no air to breathe. And now, the number 1 reason that you've been waiting for to find out why you're going to hate living in Wichita is that you hate eating out and would rather cook all your meals at home. Wichita is actually known as the fast food capital of the world, but we're not going to talk about fast food. Wichita has a variety of ethnic restaurants and just about any kind of food you want to get. Of course, being in the middle of Kansas, we have lots of steak restaurants, but you can also get Mediterranean food, good Thai food, Chinese food. You can get a variety of bar and grill food. You can even get vegetarian food just about anywhere in town. The nice thing about living in Wichita is that you can get to any restaurant within about 15 to 30 minutes. I once had a client from Orlando, Florida, and they said that the drive limited them to the few restaurants where they felt like they could get to within an hour. Well, you're not going to be driving an hour to any restaurant in Wichita. So if you really hate to go out and enjoy a good dinner, then definitely you are not going to want to live here in Wichita, Kansas. If you do decide that you're going to relocate to Wichita, or you're already coming to Wichita, check out my video on moving to Wichita.